Hey Pisceans, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be doing your second half of September general reading here. We're going to start off with some animal energy and then get right into the cards. Did you guys have a full moon in Pisces experience or did you not? Your meditation was insane. I heard A New Day Has Come by Celine Dion. Okay. I saw a lot of waterfall and a lot of rushing and a lot of emotions kind of going over you and through you, and it felt very cleansing. It felt very the goddess Yamaya or Yamaya, goddess of the sea, rivers, lakes, water. It felt very cleansing, okay? We will be feeling the reverberations and benefits of this full moon in Pisces for a couple weeks here. I cannot tell you how refreshing, I'm just getting the word refreshing and cleansed from your meditation, so I'm excited for you. Let's see what comes up here for y'all. What's going on for my Pisceans for second half of September? We got the oyster, duh! I feel like this has come up for y'all before. It's the alchemical symbol for water. Yes, darling. The oyster for my water sign. You know, again, this oceanic energy, this salt water feeling of like being cleansed and purified. And let's talk about the pearl that lives inside of the oyster, right? It's that we can look at this a lot of different ways, but it's the pearl of wisdom. But, you know, really when this card comes up, this is about what is in the innermost depths of you that is not seeable to the outside world or, you know, third party, right? What is that pearl in the center here? What aspects of yourself are hidden and not brought into the light, right? I feel, you know, there's this whole thing of like sand and how a pearl is created. And I feel like there's this huge feeling of, I feel like this is about to bust wide open, but in a good way, okay? Like in a really good way. Because if we think about how pearls are formed, and I am not an expert on this, okay? But what I know of pearls and how they're formed, it's that coarseness of you know, the sand and that friction and that formation. And think about how a diamond is made from intense pressure, from intense and, you know, sustained pressure. And I feel like there's something to this here where it's like there has been a lot of sandpaper around and for you, I feel like, meaning that you know, times might not have been, you know, a walk in the park with George. I feel like recently it's been getting better for you guys, but I mean, for, you know, a lot of this year, I feel like it was a lot of like, wow, well, it builds character. Did you ever hear that from your Mima, Papa, whoever? It was like, whenever you had a hard time, it was like, well, it builds character. It's like, okay. That doesn't really help me right now, but cool. But I really feel like that's coming through for you guys. And I feel like there's about to be something that manifests for you guys that is the reward or as a result of you keeping your head above water and keeping going every day, in spite of or even in the face of those coarser aspects of life. I do feel like there's a surprise coming. I feel like I just dropped in. You guys are in the middle of my I'm insane. I do all of these readings in a single day because that's just how I have to do them. But I feel like I just dropped in. And I feel like that's something, I feel like you guys are about to, I'm getting the sense of like a spotlight or, oh my God, that's totally what it is. Okay, in The Little Mermaid, in The Little Mermaid, when Ariel is about to be revealed, you know, she misses the concert or whatever at the top of the musical or the film, whatever. And it's like, our little sister, we're presenting her to you. Da, 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 da. Her voice is like a bell. It's our sister, Ariel. And then the oyster like opens and she's not there. That's the feeling I'm getting, but this oyster is about to pop open and present you with something that I feel like is going to be a true surprise. I have to tell you. It feels really like epic and surprising, but very theatrical. I don't know why it feels so theatrical, but it do. All right, what's going on for my Pisces? Oh my God, what is going on? Ooh. So we got the King of Wands here. I absolutely love this for you. You know, the Wands were the realm of passion, desire, artistry. I gotta say this again. I feel like I just dropped in for the first time today. I feel like I just dropped in and it happened right in your reading. How interesting is that? Okay, I feel like I feel like the point of that is I feel like you're stepping into a place of like feeling like you are in control of your own destiny. Like you're the author of your story. It feels very, very pertinent. Sometimes we feel like life is happening at us or to us, but I feel like you're moving into a place where you're happening at and to life. You are the magician and you are manifesting your own desired reality. It's very cool. It's very specific. Anyway, so the King of Wands, I love the King of Wands, darling, because the King of Wands knows when to be active and when to be passive. Absolutely knows when to be active and when to be passive. He doesn't overwork. He doesn't underwork either. He is true balance for me, in my opinion. The King of Wands is true balance. He also knows how to stop and smell the roses, or, you know, balance I don't know, it looks like a snake, but it has little wings. You know, balance a serpent of some sort on his nose. But I want to point something out. Do you know this idea that I was getting this feeling of a surprise with the oyster here? And then we've got the King of Wands with the open mouth kind of, you know, balancing this like winged serpent on his nose. And it feels like like his face is almost like that surprise face. Like, see how his mouth is like, oh, like the mouth goes, oh. I think that's going to be you. It's going to be like, oh, like a surprise of some sort. And I feel like for some of you, it's been right in front of your nose the whole time. In a way. Let's see. Fascinating. What kind of animal is that? Okay. Let me see what else is going on for my Pisces. Ooh. Okay. So we got the strength key right here. So, can you see that? Okay. So this is beautiful. You know, this is deriving quite literally strength from the divinity within and around you. But this is also maintaining your sense of, you know, gentleness with yourself and others too, because the deer is beautifully depicted here in this deck is about being gentle with oneself and others. Do you remember what I said at the beginning of this reading about sandpaper and coarseness and you kind of keeping on going and keeping, you know, your chin up despite the sandpaper is about to pay off for you in a beautiful way? That's what this is saying with the strength card. That's exactly the vibe that I'm getting and what I was saying in the beginning. Okay. Okay. I feel this pull. Okay. Sometimes we can accrue habits or behaviors or patterns that we are resistant to let go of in the face of new energy, new opportunity. It's kind of like that idea, Missy at Saltwater Heels was saying this recently, and this is what I'm getting for you guys. It's that your new life will cost you the old one. She's been talking a lot about that. Saltwater. Saltwater! Oyster! Saltwater heel! Oh my God. I'm telling you guys. Anyway, check her out if you don't know who that is. She's pretty great. And I do feel like that for you here. It feels like there's this, okay, let's just talk about this. Sometimes when we receive newness, whether it's a new relationship, a new job, a new living somewhere else that it completely changes your routine, right? Whatever this is, in the face of change, even if it's the most welcome change in the world, sometimes we can still feel a bit of a tie or tug to the past, to how things have been, right? Because change in itself can elicit fear and just be difficult, even if it's the best change ever. But I feel like from this, there's this like attachment is the word I'm looking for. This attachment to how things were. And I want to say this to you. Enjoy this time right now. Enjoy this time before you get what you want. I get in shivers. That's what I feel the need to say to you. Enjoy this time before you, I feel like things have been looking up, but I feel like you're about to manifest something huge. And that makes sense because, you know, the full moon in Pisces, we're going to be in this energy for another couple of weeks until the new moon rises and sorts itself. And I really feel like there's this like feeling of like, enjoy this time right now. If you are single, enjoy your singledom. Okay? Because even though, or if you're working at a job that doesn't require much of you, enjoy it. There's change coming, there's shift coming for you. And I do feel like it's something that you really want, that you've really earned, but there does feel like this like, oh man, everything's gonna change. And I feel like it is gonna be a surprise. I do feel like it's gonna be a reveal. I feel like it's gonna, and the sun just came out as I said that. That's really weird. Did you see that? But I keep hearing that. Enjoy what you have right now before you manifest this big dream or dreams. It feels like everything's about to change. So enjoy this time. It's really funny because it feels like you finally made peace with your circumstances or found a way to move smoothly within what you already have, right? And then boom, like the big one comes and you're like, are you serious? Like, I'm so happy about this, but I just found a way to work with what I got. That's what it feels like. Life is funny that way, isn't it? Anyway, this is going on for my Pisceans. I'm hearing the song, It's My Party, and I'll cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. And I feel like it's tears of happiness, but I keep on wanting to talk about change. I keep on wanting to talk about change. Look at this magnificence. Ace of Pentacles is what I'm talking about. This is huge success of a monetary kind, whether at work or career. This is also known as the engagement card, getting engaged or entering into a relationship that has the potential for longevity. Ace of Pentacles, this is the highest of the high. This is the good. This is like boom, comes in all at once. It's also in the shape of a pearl. No, it is a circle there. I feel like this is exactly what I've been seeing and saying. It's like boom. Oh, you finally got comfortable. Oh, you're finally grateful with what you have. Oh, you're finally like focused on what is working and grateful for what you have. And so now you're going to manifest more to be grateful for. Boom. And I feel like that's what it's going to be like. And it's like, whoa, are you serious? Storybook. Picturesque fairy tale. Okay. For some of you, I do feel like it's even going to be something where it's like, is this too good to be true? Try to avoid those thoughts, or you know, you're human. We're all human as they come in. Just identify them as they come in, and don't let them get through the security checkpoint. Okay? Any feelings of like, is this too good to be true, or am I worthy of this? Don't let it get through security. Okay? You be your own TSA, okay? That's what I'm getting. Let's get a clarifier for the King of Wands. Justice, people. Justice. This is your second 8, by the way, because you have 8 here with strength. I feel the need to say, I don't necessarily feel the need to talk about particular signs as they come up. I do feel the need to speak of Leos. Okay, you could be linking up with a Leo, an opportunity, because you also have King of Wands here, which is the fire signs. I feel like for some of you, the opportunity or the relationship or whatever could have something to do with either a fire sign or a Leo in particular. I never feel the need to talk about that, but I do. Okay, So the justice is something that is absolutely yours and that has been well earned. And this is about balance and reciprocity in terms of everything that you've been working towards. You staying in the gratitude, you keeping your head up against all odds and in spite of any given circumstances. This is you getting paid back for that karmic debt. That's what this is. Justice. Justice is inevitable and absolute. It may not come at the exact time with which we may want, but it always comes and it's always absolute. And it is, guess what, very black and white. It is. It really, really is. And the fact that it is clarifying this King of Wands, I feel like for some of you, there's been this dance around how much is enough output of effort and how much is enough waiting to receive the benefit of what I've put out there. How often do I spend online looking for jobs? How often am I was seeing Little Mermaid, so how often am I auditioning? How often am I allowing myself enough time to rest? Did I put enough feelers out there? Am I putting too many feelers out there? Am I not allowing, because if you're constantly giving and putting out, then it blocks you off from receiving. If you don't do that enough and you're just in a place of receptivity, not much is gonna happen. So it's about that balance, and I also feel like you're finally there. You really are. It feels like you're finally there, where you're just in a flow. It feels like you're in a flow, okay? Let's get a clarifier for the strength here. This is looking really good, Pisceans, I have to say. Ace of Cups. Are you serious? Okay, my beautiful Piscean water signs. There's water just with the oyster, and then you got the big gulp, honey. Yes, honey. You stopped off at the 7-Eleven and got you a big gulp, didn't you, though? Ace of Cups. Listen, this is huge love. This is mega love. You know what also this is, though? This is psychic ability and intuition as well. You know, you have a major arcana, clarifying a major arcana here. And do you remember when I said that this felt like there was a certain attachment to a previous life or it feels like you've just gotten to a really nice pattern that works for you, or a nice habitual schedule of like, this is when I do this, and then I have my me time, and then I go out with friends on this night, whatever that is for you. A routine is the word that I'm looking for. And then this change comes in and it's like, are you serious? Like, I'm so happy, but dang, I just found my footing. That's what I'm getting this feeling of here. Again, this Ace of Cups is great intuitive downloads. Now listen, this whole full moon in Pisces, the effects of which we'll be feeling, like I said, for the next couple of weeks until the new moon surfaces. Super psychic moon. You guys are super intuitive. I think you know this, right? Water signs are very intuitive, but especially Pisces, okay? There's a lot of intuitive wealth to be garnered and gained and tapped into during this cycle. So please make time to go quiet, to meditate. It doesn't have to be sitting down, although I recommend that, but walking meditation. People meditate a lot of different ways. It's just like whatever works for you. Do you know what I mean? But this is absolutely saying, like, please connect in and please take a listen, because there's a lot. I feel like okay, this is coming back around to the oyster. I feel like you're in a position here where you are about to, yes, please enjoy this time before you get what you want, but if you want to lessen the impact of the surprise just a little bit, you're going to be able to glimpse what's coming to you right now over these next 2 weeks. You're going to be able to get a clairvoyant and or clairsentient, which is clear feeling. Clairvoyant is clear seeing. I feel like you're going to be able to get a glimpse of this coming up here, and it's just an opportunity. You don't have to. You don't have to do anything. Like, you can go on your merry life and the surprise comes and you're like, fab, right? But you have an opportunity right now to kind of get a glimpse of what's coming. And it's kind of like, remember when people used to go to the movies instead of on demand, and then the previews, the coming attractions would come, right? The coming attractions were almost better than the movie for me as a kid, because it was like, oh my God, you got to be in that anticipatory like energy before the actual movie started, you know? You have the ability or the opportunity to glance the previews, the coming attractions for what's coming to you through meditation, quiet, and stillness, okay? I'm just putting that out there. That's what this feels like to me, but this is great big love. Okay, that is coming to you on the back of you being very resilient and finally getting to the place where it's like, wow, I'm grateful for what I have, and thus manifesting more to be grateful for. This is karmic repayment. I'm telling you, it's coming back around to you. That's it. It's a very reciprocal, circular vibe I'm getting here. Clarify for Ace of Pentacles. Oh, God. The Hierophant, to clarify the Ace of Pentacles. Let's talk about this. The Hierophant always reminds me of Cardinal Wolsey, who was the religious advisor to King Henry VIII. It's, you know, the Catholic Church. It's just very like, this is one way to do it. It's a traditional approach. It's you know, that kind of like vibe to it. But what I'm getting with this, especially, remember what I said about it, like boom? The lightning here is very pertinent. I feel like it's going to be lightning and this is going to pop open. It's going to be like, oh my God. Yeah. Take a risk on something that seems improbable. I just heard that. Whether that's going out for a job or a role or a person. Yeah, I'm seeing for some of you dating someone that seems impressive. Go for the goal. Go for the glory. Go for what more than you think you could even like get or something like that is what I'm hearing. The Hierophant is like true blue. This is the marriage card. This is, you know, just everything that is just and right and yours and traditionally beneficial as well. With this Ace of Pentacles, this is saying to me that this Ace of Pentacles is not just going to be a feeling. It's going to be something that manifests in the physical 3D. Money, honey. Money, honey. Right? I actually do feel like it's going to be physical money, but I feel like the money is also going to be in terms of the opportunity. Like sometimes we get literally a golden opportunity that may not pay, you know, like a lot at first, but the opportunity itself is golden and has a lot of room to grow. And sometimes even an opportunity that doesn't pay a whole lot is worth millions to you because it's something that you've wanted for so long. I really hope that makes sense. Let's get an oracle for you guys. Let's get an oracle for my gorgeous Pisceans. I do feel like some of you have been tested, and I don't know how cognizant you were that you were being tested. But you guys have come out the other side of that really, really winning. And this oyster thing is like so gorge. I also feel like there's going to be either an employer or a person. Well, could be the same thing. But like employer, interpersonal connection, whatever that is for you, that sees you for who you truly are. You know that feeling of like, we just want to be seen or feeling truly seen? That's what it feels like. I feel like you're going to be truly seen for the individual prize that you are. It's very cool. It's very, feels kind of epic. Feels kind of epic. Epic. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Kindred spirits. I want to give a shout out to my girl Jessica watching this, for whom I know the blue butterfly is especially pertinent. Hey girl. Kindred spirits. What the heck did I just say about being seen and appreciated for that individual essence that is you? That's what this feels like. This is absolutely what, how gorgeous. It's so weird too, because you see this like, I think it's called a camisole, parasol, camisole, I don't know, an umbrella. In your meditation, I definitely got the image of an umbrella too. And I feel like it's like time in a bottle is the dealing that I'm getting here. When you guys are together, like time stops. I really feel like it's going to be different for each y'all. For some y'all, it's definitely going to be romantic with this Ace of Cups and the oyster and the Ace of Pentacles and the Hierophant and everything else. But again, this feeling can be elicited through romantic partnership, friend partnership, co-worker, job opportunity, whatever this is. But this is kindred spirit, and this is freaking gorgeous. And this is really truly being seen and appreciated for all of that, you know, all those individual aspects of yourself that maybe have been hidden before and appreciated before, that you haven't brought out into the light before. And that's about to change. And I think this is so freaking gorgeous. I don't even have words. It's so gorgeous. kindred spirits. Did I say that already? Hold on. I don't know why. I can't remember if it was this reading or another, but I'm feeling it for this one. I do feel like April is particularly, something's going to be coming up for you in April too. Okay? I don't know. It just feels like April is very pertinent. April showers, spring, May, flood. It feels like April, something to do with March, April. Really April though. Feels like something that starts now is going to reach a precipice or a culmination or something in April. Okay? It feels very, very important. Okay? Hi, Pisceans. What could be better? This is freaking gorgeous and beautiful, and I'm excited for y'all. With that being said, I so hope that this helped and resonated. If so, please let me know in the comments below. I would just love that. And just thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it more than I could ever verbalize. And as always, just thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.